are you going to continue to fight, try to get away? What's the plan here? It's not going very well.
I'm pushing it to wall.
I did roll 6 of them plus the leader. I mean, it's kind of tough. But you do have a minute to work with here. If you got initiative, for example, you could get away.
Yeah. I'm trying to get away.
Okay. Initiative.
Yes.
A lot of it.
4. At the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that you will be able to get away, but there will be some strikes against you. 2 of them will get strikes against you.
All right.
No. And no. Okay. So, so therefore, are you going to try to get around the wall and into that courtyard? You are here. Right along here.
And
so you can scoot there, or you could scoot there. Or you could go down the street. This is the building that you're interested in.
Do you recognize it as a good church?
Well, this one is all beat up and stinking and old. Right. This one here, you're not even quite aware that it's actually a church. It's just an outlying building. With,
do I see?
I mean, one of its walls is literally like a wall.
Can I see if anyone's in there? Like if there's light on or something?
It's night and I'm asleep. There's no light.
Ah, okay. So yeah, this is all closed up here.
Yes, I go into the quarter and take cover behind, like get a tree behind here, in the corner.
Okay, that sounds good. Roll a d6.
I'm afraid I rolled it in here.
Yeah.
So the noise is so. Okay. Oh
well. Okay, so that means technically you're surprised, which I'm sort of interpreting at this point, meaning that you don't wake up, if that makes any sense. In other words, if something bad were to happen to you, it would happen totally by surprise. So nothing's happening to you at the moment. I'm kind of using this as a loose does he wake up check. So at the moment you're peacefully, peacefully sleeping, having noticed nothing of all this. Just to go by. Yeah, nobody's being too active otherwise at the moment, based on my encounter tables. Nobody who would be interested. And once you're out of reach, they're not that interested in pursuing. They're getting out of the street and going into these.
But make sure to remember their faces.
I think that's a good idea. I think so. You don't like that guy in particular.
No, I'm gonna find him later.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. So when you take a look in the grounds, first of all, a person dashes into the area and seems very attentive on things that had happened in the street. You had heard some scuffling. But at the moment, the drunk guy is like grabbing you and walking directly up to this building and is talking all about how, sure, these are great guys. They'll do fine. Friends of mine. When all the little eyeballs appear in the shadows all along the length. See the busted, the broken building there, and some on the top of the wall, and there's a number of nasty little glowing red eyes that are all appearing along here. So, somewhat lucky that this building roughly shape-wise corresponds to this. Although it seems to be left, right, reverse, but just reverse it
Yeah.
mentally. Okay, so effectively, let's just use this.
Yeah.
So, you're hiding probably in that corner.
Yeah.
You guys have walked straight up
Mhm.
to it, and all these nasty little eyeballs have appeared along the tops of this wall, peering out through here. So it's a question of surprise for you guys, isn't it?
Yep.
They surprise you. You are surprised if you roll a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
They are surprised.
3.
Also not surprised. Okay. So the question is, what are you going to do?
I'll pretend I didn't see them and try to act drunk in a way. Again, drag my drunken body away.
Oh, so you're trying to move away
Yeah,
from the
but
situation.
inconspicuous.
I see. It's not really hiding in shadows or anything like that.
No, it's more like acting or performing, I guess.
Okay, but you're trying to get some distance.
Yeah.
Okay, are you preparing a weapon in any way or?
Yeah, I'm but just my dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, under the cloak, I guess.
And you also need to roll a 1 or 2. Roll and see if you get a 1 or a 2. And you are surprised. You are too busy looking behind you.
And focusing on the bleeding.
Right. And I had rolled a 3, so you're only going to miss a couple of segments. And so therefore, we're going to enter into combat, and this will wake you up. We both rolled 3?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, they will swarm forth with screeches, with their dog-like jaws opening and a hairy stink wafting from them.
Okay.
As they leap forward, and there seems to be rather a little horde of them, smaller than a human.
Yep.
And you're perhaps wondering for a moment if this is not those same terrible things that you saw down below, but they're not.
No.
They're animals. They're some sort of savage dog-like monkey creature, which would strangely be called baboon. And what on earth a bunch of baboons are doing in here, you have no idea whatsoever.
It's very chaotic.
This is extremely weird.
Yeah.
So, since you have the same, let's see, and they are first level, so that's going to be, okay. I'm going to get out my monster 2-hit chart.
Yep.
You will now discover that you have a +1 to your armor class, and you will get a +1 to your saving throws. This cloak is pretty nice.
Absolutely.
Could have used that before.
Yes.
Kind of like the idea of giving you items that you could have used previously, right? Thanks a lot.
So armor class 7 goes to 6, I guess.
Right, but don't change that.
Okay, yeah.
You just write cloak of protection.
Okay.
+1. I did not turn by chance to the right table, so I have to do it the hard way. There we go. Attack matrices. 7, 4. Monsters. Okay. These fellows have +1, right? So they're just gonna... Okay, and so well, they're still pretty dangerous against your armor class.
Yeah.
So
can I start by shoving the drunk guy towards them? I'm evil.
you absolutely can.
Yeah, you should.
That one actually hit him. So 4 of them leap upon him. One is jostled aside by the other 3 and misses. But they will, I am sad to say, they don't do that much damage, but there are 3 of them. 1d4 each. Do 6 points of damage to the poor guy, and so they have slain him and are drinking fairly high alcohol content. so they're savagely tearing at the guy, and the others are emerging, and you're like, there are more of them.
Let's leg it.
Yeah. Okay. So you're giving ground there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So and at this point you will become aware of this situation. Now you only lost 3 to 1. Only lost 2 segments. You do have about 40 seconds or so in left to operate. You could, if you wanted to, probably get in an attack. If you wanted to engage with these things, or you could maneuver in such a way as to avoid it. There seems to be a little shed building over there, for example.
Do I see him running away?
It's a little confusing. If anything, you're seeing the guy who's getting
Yeah, I think
jumped. I think that probably captures her.
Yeah. I wonder how he got there in the first place. Why is he even shown? That's a question for another time.
That guy walked right into those things.
Perfect orange.
I'll try to move away from the beast. The more safer place.
Well, the only suggestion that we have with you being over there is to go around the corner, which in that case would lead you more toward this little building here.
Yeah, I guess I'm going that way then.
Okay, so that's where we are. Hazel, what's going on with you?
What's going on with Hazel? Hazel takes a really nice nap, and after that decides, well, she's going to go back to Shiswar, and if she can get 150 gold per whatever, or a better description of what she's supposed to fetch. She may take the chukop.
Okay. Well, in that case, he's very reluctant to talk about he or she is very reluctant to talk about the actual goods. It's rather important that they would be valuable to others. Quite a lot, in fact. And I would like to broker a better deal, which is why I will cut you in on the deal. But I need your word that you're not going to tell any spiritual institutions anything about this particular job.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all.
All right. In that case, let me quickly check on just how trustworthy. What's your charisma like?
My charisma is 12.
Not enough to be
Not
too
quite,
excited.
no.
So
I'm taking my chances.
well, that's not
With
too
a
bad.
62.
62. Yeah, it could be worse. He's as far as positively inclined. Not super friendly, but leaning positive. So so what he really wants are these things called larvae. They're really long worm creatures with human faces. They bite. They're kind of harmless. Kind of. With a little care. Transport, like I told you, will be difficult. You need to think in terms of transport. Even one of them would be amazing. More than one, fantastic.
I'll give it a try.
They are forming in that place. I have word. Other strange things have been seen, but it's clearly rumors.
I see. I'll take a look at it. I'll keep you I keep you informed.
Now, D6. If you sleep through the whole thing, that will be
Heavy sleeper.
no experience points, but it would be funny.
That's just amazing. I wish I had that sleep.
Me too.
There's something listed for you called a saving throw. And I need you to make a saving throw against magic. Cleric, fighter 1 to 2, 14, 9. Oh, clerics have much better saving throws than fighters. So we use the cleric tables for you. And so you will roll the D20, which should be obvious, the one that looks like a golf ball. And so you'll roll this and against. Okay, so this is going to be a 10 or higher.
That's a 6.
Oh, sadly. Okay. So you have effectively, your eyes open, and there's this skull on what looks to be like a transparent body with a skeleton. It's like a snake skeleton, and it's like the size of a person. And it has loomed up over you, and the skull, which is a human skull, it's kind of glowy, is like weaving there. And you are stunned, staring at it. Oh, fortunately for just that long. But, so no, well, actually, wait, that would be for the paralysis. It is not paralyzed. Treat as hypnotism. Okay. So yeah, you're just basically watching this thing and unable to act as it gets ready to bite you. Fortunately, you have friends. Actions now? Thoughts now for the next round? What's going on here?
Am I getting close to the streets? Then
Is that where you were going?
let's say that.
Okay. Well, in that case, you had gone back here. You'll have to. You're actually up against that spiky fence.
Yeah.
And so you can go under the tree to go back out to the streets, or you can.
Can I go from where I saw the man come running from?
He, as I recall, actually went to here.
Yeah, but where he came from.
I
came from over
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for me to go there?
Oh, you'd have to go right back to
Okay.
the creatures.
Yeah, okay. Okay. No, then my plan won't work. My cunning plan. And the creatures are busy eating, or?
There's more of them.
Yeah.
Boy, I have way too many creatures. That's what I always do in these encounters. I come up with all these creatures and I throw into a great big basket, and then I have to look up all the different rules all at once for all the different weird things they do. Any creature struck. Wow, is this thing actually susceptible to this sort of thing? Huh. Amazing what certain things are susceptible to. All right. Roll the d6 for initiative. For the sprite, you're actually. This is actually for surprise. No. Okay. So, but when I rolled a 2 as well, that means there's no difference. That means that neither is surprised. That it means that the sprites are alerted now to the problem, and little voices of alarm go cheep cheep cheep, toward each other in the weird little corners of the room, and the creature stops. If you have right. If the difference equals 0, no real advantage or a minor effect. Okay, and so, yeah, both surprised. Yeah, trees one side surprised, but then the difference is 0. So no real advantage means that the sprites are still kind of getting themselves ready, and the creature does not have the attack on you. It's kind of realizes that there's more here. So that's good for you. So a minor disadvantage, is for each side. So that's what happened with you.